Han Li spent 80 years in seclusion at the Void Heaven Palace, advancing to the late Nascent Soul stage. Upon returning to Tiannan, he discovered that his second Nascent Soul, which he had painstakingly refined years ago, had betrayed him, kidnapping his concubine and beloved disciple, and even plotting to kill him and take his place. This traitor, named Jimu Lingying, was one of the 5 elemental spirit infants secretly cultivated by the Yuling sect. Refining it would allow a core formation cultivator to directly advance to the Nascent Soul stage, saving them centuries of arduous cultivation. However, the spirit infant possessed innate intelligence and escaped when the sect was off guard. Han Li, who happened to be passing by, captured it and painstakingly refined it into a second Nascent Soul. This would not only accelerate his cultivation but also protect his original body in case of danger. Han Li poured everything into this trump card, not only having it cultivate the top-tier demonic art, the mysterious Yin technique, but also giving it the demonic energy of the Yin Luo sect's treasured Ghost Banner and Blood Demon Sword. The Ghost Banner sealed tens of thousands of Yin spirits, capable of disturbing the mind and devouring cultivation. The Blood Demon Sword was incredibly sharp, capable of piercing even the strongest defenses. Han Li practically armed his second Nascent Soul from head to toe, making it far superior to ordinary early-stage Nascent Soul cultivators from its very birth, even capable of contending with mid-stage cultivators. However, just as Han Li was preparing to travel to the Great Jin dynasty, passing through the Tiannan grassland, he was pursued by several Nascent Soul cultivators from the Tiannan Holy Temple. With nowhere to run, his second Nascent Soul, and Yin Yu split into 3 groups and fled. This separation gave the second Nascent Soul the opportunity to betray him. During his solo escape, he used the Ghost Banner to devour Yin souls and essence blood, rapidly breaking through to the late-stage Nascent Soul realm, and his independent personality fully awakened. He inherited all of Han Li's memories, techniques, and cunning, knowing his trump cards and weaknesses. Unwilling to remain a vassal, he conceived the idea of devouring the original body and taking its place. Subsequently, he fled to the perilous Fallen Demon Valley in the human realm and possessed the body of the heavenly desolate demon corpse from years past. This demon corpse possessed a powerful physical body and abundant demonic energy. After possession, it could directly contend with Han Li. After years of cultivation in the Fallen Demon Valley, the second Nascent Soul encountered Han Li's eldest disciple, Liu Yu, along with Mu Piling and Song Yu, who were there searching for treasure. To prevent their whereabouts from being revealed, he captured them and imprisoned them in a dark, secluded chamber within the valley. He then traveled to the Tiannan land, where demonic energy was even denser, intending to use the underground demonic energy to infuse his body and break through to the late-stage Nascent Soul realm. He planned to challenge Han Li to a duel once his strength rivaled Han Li's. However, to the second Nascent Soul's utter surprise, Han Li had already advanced to the late-stage Nascent Soul realm. Upon learning of Mu Piling and the others' disappearance, he quickly arrived at the Fallen Demon Valley and rescued them shortly after. Seeing the second Nascent Soul's rapidly increasing power, Han Li immediately unleashed the 3 Flames Fan, a spiritual treasure, and unleashed the evil repelling Divine Thunder and the Violet Extreme Fire in an attack. Even with the Ghost Banner and Blood Demon Sword, the second Nascent Soul was utterly unable to withstand the onslaught and was instantly frozen solid. Han Li immediately erased the rebellious personality from the creature, transforming it back into his avatar and having it take over from Yin Yu, cultivating spiritual herbs and feeding spiritual insects in the cave. Later, when Han Li ascended to the spirit realm, he encountered spatial turbulence, losing all his magical power and suffering severe physical injuries. He could only dissipate his second Nascent Soul to repair his body. The first traitor was finally eliminated. It was thought that this incident would make Han Li more cautious, but he never expected that the 6-winged frost centipede, which he had raised like his own son, would betray him when he was at his weakest. This top-tier demonic beast, ranked 18th on the strange insect ranking, possessed ice attribute True Dragon bloodline and could release extreme cold, making it key to Han Li's refinement of the Azure Ice Flame. To obtain it, Han Li even specially took Liu Yu as his eldest disciple. Han Li doted on the 6-winged frost centipede, feeding it ice attribute spiritual herbs such as cold marrow grass and snow soul pills daily to help it grow quickly. He even went so far as to feed it Feng Hope's essence to help it break through its bottleneck. This sacrifice ultimately failed to earn loyalty. Han Li was severely injured while smuggling himself into the spirit realm. He intended to leave the 6-winged frost centipede and the gold-eating insect in the Qingluo desert to guard his storage bag filled with his life savings. However, as soon as Han Li turned to leave, the 6-winged frost centipede fled. Freed from its constraints, the 6-winged frost centipede devoured demonic beasts and spiritual herbs along its path. Leveraging the foundation laid by Han Li and its own true dragon bloodline, its cultivation rapidly increased, surpassing even the recovered Han Li in strength decades later. When Han Li returned to the Qingluo Desert to retrieve his storage bag, he encountered the six-winged frost centipede upon arrival. Now, it possessed heightened intelligence, its eyes cold and greedy. It was unwilling to be controlled, yet wary of the constraints of its natal blood curse. Although it desperately wanted to eliminate Han Li for complete liberation, it ultimately refrained from acting out of fear of him and simply vanished into the horizon. During its escape, it fortuitously obtained the reverse spirit true infant great technique and befriended the heavenly rat king of the celestial rat clan, causing its strength to surge once more. It even transformed into Han Li's appearance, leveling up by fighting monsters throughout the spirit realm, dreaming of one day personally destroying Han Li. Even more arrogant, it dared to provoke the true immortal Ma Liang, insulting his entire family upon meeting him. Enraged, Ma Liang chased it across most of the spirit realm, nearly killing it several times. In the end, Han Li intervened to save it, not out of sentimentality, but because he felt it was a pity for this extraordinary pet to perish. He only allowed it to find a dozen or so precious spiritual herbs and intervened 3 times when the human race encountered powerful enemies before lifting its natal blood curse and letting it go. From the second nascent soul to the six-winged frost centipede, Han Li twice suffered betrayal from those closest to him, pouring out his trust and sacrifices, only to end up with nothing. This is the cruelty of the cultivation world. There are no eternal friendships, only eternal interests.